Hi Five, welcome to another lesson on the seasons. So today our learning objective is to creatively show our knowledge of the seasons. So sometimes we can think of certain colours when we think of the seasons. So I just want you to consider a few things. What colours do you think of for spring, for summer, for autumn, and for winter? And I really want you to have a think of those because we're going to have a live lesson later on and we're really going to be discussing all about the colours surrounding the seasons. So what season does this slide make you think of? And have a think about why those certain images make you think of a certain season based on what you know already. So we've got leaves falling off trees, animals preparing to hibernate, and we've got pumpkin patches, which sometimes we can associate with Halloween. So maybe this has already got you thinking of a certain season. Yes, autumn. People often think of the colour orange for autumn because of the leaves and the animals and pumpkins. So we are going to have a look at some art that is based on the four seasons, and I really want you to consider a few things. Is this how I imagine the season they are showing? Why did the artist make the choice to paint this way? And what's the same and what's different in what you can see? So this is an artist's interpretation of spring. So just have a quick look at each of the pictures. What do all these paintings have in common? What makes them the same? But then again, what makes them different? This is an artist's interpretation of summer. So have a look at the paintings again. What do they have in common? So what's the same in each image? So this can obviously, they are all showing summer. But think about the colours, think about how they've decided to paint each image. And what makes them different from each other? So this is autumn. Some very good images for autumn. So same again. What makes them the same? And how are they different? How do they show autumn differently in each of these images? And finally, winter. What is the same? What is different? What is unique about each one? What makes them so special in each one? So we can often identify a season by looking at trees. So here are some pictures showing what the trees look like in the four seasons. And hopefully you can gather what season is matched to each tree. So your task for today is to create a beautiful piece of art showcasing the seasons. And this can be done in so many different ways, and you can choose which one you want to do. And then you can make a start, you can get some ideas together, and we're going to be discussing them in today's live lesson. So make sure you have something prepared or some ideas ready. So here's some examples of what you could do. So this one has used the trees, just like we discussed before. So finger painting different parts of the trees to show the leaves and how they change, or do a season wheel to show that you know what happens to the trees in each season. And here they are again. So splitting up different parts of the page creatively using colour, different ways to show the leaves and the branches, and even label them to make it even more obvious. So here's a link on how to draw a tree. Now don't worry if you can't access this link straight away, because we are going to be watching it in the live lesson, but if you can access it through the PDF version of these slides, then it might be useful for you to learn how to actually draw a tree before you start your piece of work.